Hey, good afternoon. Joey, you there, buddy? There he
I'm
is.
here. What's going on, man? How's it
How you
going?
doing, man? Well, hi everybody. We're this is I Must Ask You a Question with Jen and James. I know I've been gone for 2 weeks, just doing some crazy traveling, and Jen's actually gone this week, so Joey's going to be filling in for Jen instead of me this time. So thanks again, Joey, for playing the sixth man. The bench.
Absolutely. It's been a whole lot of fun, man. And I'm excited because you brought back a ton of news, right? We got script comic
Yep.
contest winners that were announced. You have Third Wave 99 that is now out in the wild.
Yeah, that's
We
so
got
awesome.
tons of cool stuff. We're excited to hear about it, man. So what do you got for us?
Well, it was a huge, huge release week this week. I'm not sure if you guys knew, but tons of books came out this week. One of the things that I'm really, really proud of is the Scoot launch books. And for those of you not familiar with launch, it's a new initiative set up by our Scoot publisher and one of my best friends, Richard Rivera. And he's since he's taken hold of Scoot, he's really made it his own. And this is something that he talked to me about probably about a year and a half ago. And I can't be more proud to help facilitate this particular program that we're doing, but it's for early readers. They do
So
basically, yeah, where it helps pretty much groom the next comic reader. So there's two different versions. One of the versions where it's just simple word, there's no words. It's just panel to panel with like simple sounds. And then the next version of similar characters, you add some word bubbles, and it really is the intro, like steps 1, 2, and 3 to basically groom the next comic reader. And we have two releases, Bandit, which is about a little dog. There's two, basically a stage one and stage two. And then there's Super Cats, a stage one and a stage two. And we call it Launch. And we did a packet of all four of them put together. But yeah, I'm so super proud for those of you who have kids or, are looking for holiday gifts. It's I think a perfect holiday gift for those up and coming comic readers. So check it out. They're available on our website right now. Just type in Bandit launch, click on the scoop button, and they'll show right up. It's fantastic.
they're so cool. I was really excited when I had to do some work uh for these, and I was looking through them and I was like, oh
Mhm.
man, these are so cool. I mean, really exciting. I want to grab a few for my kiddos because I've got two young ones. I've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old who,
Oh,
are
that's
in that perfect
perfect.
stage. And my 3-year-old is like, he's just getting into comic books. He sees dad's comic books all over the place.
Yeah.
And he's like, I specifically have some like the battle damaged books.
Mhm.
I got a couple scoop books in that came in there, and I was like, cool, perfect. So I'm okay with those. Those are my readers, so I give them to him, and he walks around with them. But he like takes care of them. I'm like, yes, I love this, and that's the idea, right? Get the kids
Yeah.
in the comic books and get them, interested and learning how to read it. Nobody talks about that. Learning how to read a comic book is kind of weird sometimes because the way the panel layouts
Yep.
and the dialogue and all that stuff for kiddos, you kind of can't wrap your brain around it sometimes. So
Yeah.
I love this. Yeah.
It's such a good teaching platform. And think about it, like, when we were growing up, bud, like it was Spider-Man, Superman, comics on the
Right.
newsstand, right? Now,
Yeah.
really, the new
Exactly.
generation of comic readers are reading it in the graphic novel, and a lot of them are reading their opposite because of manga, the rise of manga,
Oh yeah.
and how
Yeah.
popular it is. So they're like reading it from the Japanese style of it.
Mhm.
So it's just, I don't think enough in the industry has been put forth to those new readers. We're aging out. I think just general concession of the people that a lot of that they're catering to is from the ages of 25 to 45.
Mhm.
And we've just made a huge initiative over the past year, again, run by Richard Rivera, of really
Yeah.
going after that newer market and catering towards parents' wallets, number one, and number two, towards those new readers. So yeah, that's coming out. We have the conclusion of two really amazing books that I suggest you guys check out.
Mhm.
Snatched,
Yeah.
which is all about the illegal hair trade. Yes, that is real, and
Yeah.
it's done by
Yeah.
a very talented team. Sheldon Allen is one of the, I think,
Mhm.
comics best kept secrets. He is a phenomenal writer. We have now produced, this will be his third series, hopefully more. He did Concrete Jungle, he did Crucified, and he did
Mhm.
Snatched. And I can't reveal things, but you might want to keep an eye on Snatched. Wink, wink.
This one's out
But
this week.
yes, number 4. It's fantastic. What else? Again, one of my favorite series, and it's just a work of art, is By the Horns
Mm-hmm.
by Marcuson and Jason, and it's
Yeah.
the wrapping up of the first volume, issue number 8. It's a tearjerker. It's an amazing book. That was our sub box exclusive that Joey's holding up right now. So for those of you who cannot see it and are listening to us, that was done by Connor Hughes, who's the artist for White Ash, and we did it exclusively through the sub box. One of the many awesome reasons why to subscribe to our sub box for $33.99 a month. If you subscribe with our one-time purchase of $39.99 a month. But yeah, it wraps up that first arc. The trade paperback comes out early next year, and then we're launching the second volume shortly thereafter. But that is a very special book that everybody, if you're not reading it, do yourself a favor and
this is my reader of the first issue, which is I have it, keep it real close because I just love looking through it. This is one of my favorite panels here there of issue 1.
Oh, darn it, you're glitching. There you go. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's so good, man. Jason is such a talent, and he reminds me of J. Scott Campbell. It's funny. We were in Charlie and myself were doing a pitch for Simon & Schuster. So like every quarter we have to pitch to like all these book buyers. I mean, there's tons of people on this phone, like some from represent Barnes and Noble from Europe. Others are like, like from Japan. Like you just pitched, your slate of titles that you're coming out. And it's a huge leeway in the bookstore market. For those people who don't know, it's like 9 months ahead of time. So we were pitching By the Horns. And again, it's near and dear. This was probably over the summer. And I remember saying, I was like, listen, his art reminds me of J. Scott Campbell. Apparently that struck something because they're all like, "Ooh!" They started chattering and they're like, "Oh my God, it does!" Oh, like they just went. I think it increased orders by just me saying that. But
that's awesome.
It's a great book. Again, my favorite book that I just absolutely love. And do yourself a favor, I dare anyone to read it without chuckling, and that's Ranger Stranger #1.
Oh, yeah.
And
Ranger Stranger #1. It's hilarious. You guys have not.
Incredible.
Well, tell them a little bit about the backstory to this, because didn't this start off like on social media?
Yeah, it was a web comic. It started off on social media. If you guys do yourself a favor too, is check out YouTube and type in Ranger Stranger. They have a channel, and these guys, Adam and his crew, are just hysterical. So imagine a cross between Archer, Inspector Gadget, basically Inspector Gadget on acid. So it's this deranged ranger who gives terrible advice in this like Yellowstone type of park. It's a fictitious park called Hackensack, I believe it's called. But it's hysterical. It's like 3-page like little short stories, and it's seriously one of my favorite books ever. It's comedic genius, and I can envision this being and some other people as well as an Adult Swim type of show.
And his whole thing is giving horrible advice in the middle of the woods.
So. And the poor beaver that's on the cover, he gets tortured in many different panels. But highly recommend it. We have 2 versions that are actually 3. We had a New York Comic Con exclusive, which was like a version of that cover you're holding up, Joey. And then we did another web store cover where he's basically battling a bear. But if you look at his face, he always has that smile on his face.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
It's a great book. It's going to be a quarterly. We're coming out quarterly, and then we're going to do a nice little like a book edition for the bookstore market. But again, it's one of my favorites. When they submitted to us, I went after that. So I'm proud to be associated with that book. It's one of the funniest things I've read.
Super cool.
And again, I dare anybody out there to try to read it without laughing. It's really tough to do. And then we have my book, Third Wave. Tons of different variants. We have a Point Break variant. We have an Endless Summer variant. It's been a labor of love. Yes, Hubbox variant with my good friend Piper Rudick, who is an amazing artist, has done tons of different covers for Cherry Blackbird. She's done stuff for DC now. Like she's just really blown up. I've known her since elementary school, and she's a tattoo artist that we kind of brought into comics, and she was nice enough to do a sub box variant of that one, which is what Joey's holding up now. We also have Cherry Blackbird, another conclusion of a great series by my good friend Joe Schmalke.
Yeah,
it's an amazing ending. If you guys haven't, again, it's mature readers. It's not for kids, that's for sure. But the story that he's developed is it's fun. It's incredible. It's that grindhouse horror, and It's a great book. Another Black Caravan book that's come out this week is God's Brutality #3, which is one before the first arc ends. It's by Mark Wessler and Rich Woodall, and it's just amazing. How does look at this question? How the hell does someone maintain their elementary school friends? I don't know. I have plenty of them, man. Like
That's
the
awesome.
HQ manager here, basically the warehouse manager has basically been my best friend since youth. So
Wow,
I don't know, just
that's really
talk
cool.
nicely and fight fair. I guess that's the best way, best advice I can tell you.
So,
But Piper, I mean, the story behind Piper is incredible too. Just to go circle back on that, like
yeah.
she opened up her own tattoo parlor while we were in high school when she turned 18,
Wow, that's
and
way
she
cool.
does that photorealistic art
Uh-huh.
and people's skin, for goodness sake.
Wow.
So, do you have any tattoos?
Me?
Yeah,
I got tons of horrible ones that I got in high school
did
with
you?
okay, I got to tell you this. So and I don't think I ever talked to you enough to tell you. So I was in high school. I was the oldest brother. I had two younger brothers who were like 2 years younger and 3 years younger than I am.
Okay.
And I'm a senior. I'm already 18 and stuff because my birthday is early in their year. So I'm already almost halfway through the school year by the time I'm already 18. And then so I have my own job. I'm working out, making $700 a week, and
Mhm.
then have my own apartment. My brothers are living with me. So what do three teenage kids do living in their own apartment with expendable cat, like disposable income, and they party, right? So we would party, and my obviously you do crazy stuff when you party back then. And I got tons of horrible tattoos from a buddy who's like, "Yeah, I want to start tattooing." So I got a whole sleeve of just really bad tattoos.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, I've got them all.
Speaking of, oh, that they're not that bad, man.
So I've
So
got.
very cool.
I'm a huge Misfits fan, so I've got a my own little thing. And then I don't know if you can see. There's my. This is the best one looking one though. It's all backwards. I guess.
No, that's cool, man. You
Yeah,
know, a
but that's
funny
horrible.
story, again, bringing the Piper thing full circle is my buddy, the guy I was telling you about who is the HQ manager here, Trevor. Uh,
Mhm.
Piper's very first tattoo was on him.
Oh wow.
And if you see
Wow.
it, it's on his arm, and I believe it's the Ka flag from Gunslinger, the Stephen King thing is what he wanted, but it looks like like a cross between the American flag and the Puerto Rican flag.
That's
And
awesome.
it's not very good. And then seeing what Piper does now, it's compared to what he has. It's pretty. I mean, she's been saying for years that she's gonna fix it. So I gotta like that's like the one that got away, right? Where she's like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fix that now because she's so amazing at doing it. But
I think my buddies who did all this who did this work they're one of them went on to have his own tattoo shop and stuff like that
mhm.
out in Phoenix, and another one he's out in Utah creating businesses and stuff. So but I'm like but I'm like I keep showing him. I was like, come on man, what are you gonna do here? He's like, dude, honestly I don't know, we can't do, that's a lot of work. So I was like, all right. So I started talking to him about like who does those so I was like, I'm gonna get all blacked out, like my whole blacked out, and then maybe have like some kind of like turn it into some kind of like foresty thing, and I don't know, figure something out, but black this whole thing out, and then do some white
Oh, so
tattoo
you're gonna do almost like an
over it.
inverse.
Uh huh.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, that's how I can cover it up and like do all that stuff. So
That's
oh,
funny.
it says, what do they say? Joey, no shame in the Misfits tattoo, timeless music. As a reminder, there's homies out
There's
there.
homies out there with Limp Bizkits. Oh,
Funny.
speaking of Limp Bizkit, what was so funny is that that Woodstock '99
Oh,
documentary
man.
came out. Did you see that?
No,
Woodstock
no,
'99.
but I did see all the crazy antics that he did this year. Like,
Yes, and he looks like an old.
it
I
looks like an
saw a
old man.
meme. Yeah, he looks like your high school football coach at 6 a.m. about to have his morning coffee sitting at
Yep.
McDonald's. Like that was the best meme I've ever read.
Yep.
Fred Durst. Oh, and there was this funny thing. I think it was 4chan, the hacker. They
Uh-huh.
they did some really funny stuff, and one of them was this place in Texas was naming a sewage plant,
Uh-huh.
right? They were taking like an open poll. It's like name the sewage plant, and you had all these different options, and then they had a write-in ballot,
Yeah.
which this hacker organization like got clued in on it. And like, oh, you can call it Essex County, sewage plant, or you know, Paper City, whatever this place is called, sewage plant.
Mhm.
Well, they named it Fred Durst. That's what they did, and they won. So there's
Oh
like a
no!
sewage plant out in
This is
Texas somewhere called Fred Durst, and he was actually a good sport about it. Apparently,
that's
like he
hilarious.
came out. Yeah, kind of funny. But
That's hilarious.
yes, we went off topic. Gods of Brutality, which is a great Black Caravan stuff, Caravan
Yeah.
series that's coming out. That's out this week, the third of 4 issues, and then
I
we
think I've
have
got.
the Recount third printing, which is gaining some buzz on the back market.
Mhm. And I've got this one here. I don't know.
Nice.
This is an
That's the
exclusive
web
as
store
well.
exclusive, man.
Mhm.
Such a good cover, man.
Yeah.
Kind of
So
looks like
cool.
Glenn
I was gonna
Danzig.
say it reminds me of some Misfits right there.
Yeah.
Right there, that's Glenn Danzig.
Yep. And
Oh,
then what else? I think, and then
talk
Recount third. I mean, God, what a huge week that we had.
recount recount news. Third printing, we got news that it's got been picked up, and we have a director, and
Yep.
it's like that's freaking huge.
Yeah, that's been known for a while, man. And Peter Landsman, he's quality. He did the movie Parkland. He
Mm-hmm,
did Kill the Messenger with Jeremy Renner.
mm-hmm,
The other producer attached to it is Jonathan Caden, who was a high
mm-hmm.
executive at Sony, and he went off on his own.
Oh, I'm back. I don't know what happened, everybody. Sorry about that. And I'm trying to get James back in here. But that was really weird. It was almost like all of StreamYard went away for a second. But anyway, I'm back. I don't know where we were. Yes, J4's down. Dang. Okay. So anyway, while I try to get James back onto here, yeah, we've had tons of cool stuff happening. We got the recount news happening, right? That's really cool. And we got Peter Landsman who's going to be directing and all that good stuff. Super cool news coming out of that. There was also the comic winners were announced. We got the grand prize winner was Heard by Alex George Pickering. Super cool book because this one follows a young man, a young boy with nonverbal autism, and he must use his savant skills to escape his kidnappers and journey across a deadly wilderness, all while his desperate father searches for him and discovers what it truly means to hear his son. Oh man, I'm in love with this one, and it's because it feels like such a good one, and because they're grand prize winners, that one's been picked up as well. Super cool for that one. We got first prize winners, which is Kronos by and I'm horrible with names, guys. Sorry, Elaine Sosoko. I'm sorry, my bad. This one is follows five strangers that awaken with no memory on a large space station orbiting Earth. As they explore the massive facility in search of their identities, they discover that the station can throw them into increasingly dangerous situations involving the present, the past, and the future. That one sounds really interesting to me as well. Super cool. Second prize winner is Joyless by Ryan and Jocelyn Mann's brother and sister team. The galaxy's most dangerous criminal is pursued across the stars by a bounty hunter she's hopelessly in love with. Both were victims of a new kind of crime, the theft of memories. He thinks she's wronged him and is out for revenge, but Jane's searching for the truth about their relationship and her own memories, mysterious past. Really cool. Third prize, we got Kingdom of God by Travis J. Ping North. Sorry, another horrible mispronouncing of your name, of your amazing name. This one is Kingdom of God is before Jesus of Nazareth became the Messiah. Other zealots waged war against the Roman occupiers and Jewish countrymen. In the midst of this bloody holy war, Christianity came into being. Kingdom of God is its origin story. Cool. And then special jury prize winners, which is the ties called Dead Fellow by Cody Hamilton. After a harsh breakup, a depressed man moves into his new apartment with express intent to kill himself until a group of ghosts haunting him decide to reside and stop that. Until a group of haunting that reside in try to in his residence try to stop him because they spare the space of having another spectral roommate. So they don't want him to occupy another space. They're already getting pretty too much. There's not enough room there. Okay, Little Criminals by Caitlin Amons. When three jailbirds are given a second chance at life by testing a cure for cancer, they regress into 12-year-olds with their adult minds intact. Super cool. And those are all the scripted comic winners. Really cool. I'm excited about Joyless. That one sounds really cool. And Heard. All the other ones, they're all amazing too, but those are ones that really intrigued me. Super cool. I don't think I have any more, and I don't think James is going to join us, and that's our time. But thank you guys for joining us the technical cult, and we'll get that in order next time, and we'll see you guys next time. I got to pull this banner up. Thank you guys. Oops, what happened there? Look, it's acting weird. Things are popping up all random times. Anyway, we'll see you guys later.